Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here, back with more reading the My Hero Academia manga, chapter 298. Today is a good day. Not only do we get to read another chapter of My Hero Academia, but we also get Vigilantes, an official translation on the same day. So after I'm done recording here, I'm going to jump over, or actually not jump over, I'm going to wait an hour for it to be released because this is about an hour and a half away, and then I'm going to record a Vigilantes reaction. So today is awesome. In that aspect, it is also just happens to be my 5th year anniversary of making YouTube videos is today, which is wild. And what a better way to celebrate than back-to-back chapter reactions to 2 of my favorite manga series. Just awesome. So if you guys haven't already, subscribe and all that, because not only do I do reactions to this, but to Vigilantes as well. Okay, so before we dive into the chapter, what do I think is going to happen? Last chapter, we got a monumental event. Absolutely crazy. We got Tartarus getting broken into. Shigaraki appeared and broke all for one out, and everyone, and it's just madness. We saw Muscular, Moonfish, and everyone. So what do I think is going to happen here? I think either two things are going to happen. Either it's going to show the villains still for this chapter, kind of showing what they're doing now that they've broken out, or hopefully we'll actually cut to the hospital stuff, because I want to see the status of like several characters who are injured. I can only presume like people like Gran Torino and whatnot are dead, and if not, like on life support or something. And I don't know. I got to see how I just got to see how everyone's doing. I've been wanting to see the aftermath of the battle forever. It's been on my mind for a while. But if we get villain stuff, that's cool too. Okay, let's dive on in. Scrolling down. Chapter 298, Crumbling Sound. That is ominous. Okay. So we get a shot of Dobby. Not Dobby. We get a shot of Mr. Compress, actually, with Twice and Mr. Compress and a few others. It was our money that paid for that sushi, remember? Maguro. Not to mention your medical treatment, all the edited footage, and Toga's new coat. Oh, that's right, he did buy them sushi and the new coat. That's funny. So that's cool. We're getting a Twice flashback here. That's interesting. Huh. Your baldy of a boss should be in a hospital, but instead you got to keep him in this hideout. Who do you think for that? And that's Twice kind of talking back. My public face as the Detriment Detnerat CEO, and my new role as the commander in the revolution following the Liberation Army's change in leadership. After the Crusade of Deka City, I made these two faces of mine into two separate people themselves, and it's just kind of showing various buildings and newspapers and stuff. Scrolling down. Okay, we have Redestro entering rage mode right here. Is this a flashback to during the battle? The war? Pulling such an underhanded trick like falsely requesting a joint venture into support items, says Redestro. I knew you commission fools had been keeping me under surveillance, but there was the possibility that you couldn't forget our products either. Commission? Is he at the commission HQ? It's the Hero Commission, I guess I would say. It's a good thing that I prepared two faces. What the heck's going on here? He's just smashed through this giant wall, and there's people laying around there. It looks like there's some officers here and whatnot. Oh shit! We get the proxy exam guy, the guy who's like really tired and didn't want to be there for the license arc, and he's holding. Is she dead? It's the Hero Commission lady, the one that we saw in the second movie, and I don't remember if we saw her in the anime. I could be wrong. I didn't think you would resort to these measures. Is this the public order you seek to create? Is it something it is something you certainly needed. However, by the way, this is okay. Whoa. Oh shit. Okay, wait. So this isn't Redestro. This appears to be a clone of Redestro that Twice made. Interesting. Okay. However, what we strive for is the peace without order, genuine freedom. Liberate yourselves, as he says as he's like gooping away. The seeds have already been sown. Holy shit. Okay, so I'm assuming that the commissioner is dead, and that guy, the guy's holding her. He's all bloody himself. He's holding her. Holy shit. So 6 hours. Okay. At the top. Wait, hold on. I'm scrolling back right here. So this appears to be. Oh, at the same time as the Jakku hospital raid. I don't know why I didn't read that. Okay, so this is the same time as the hospital battle began. Okay, so they had sent this clone in advance, and he. Okay. Wow. The crazy plan by the villains. So they killed the hero commissioner. The seeds have already been sown. 6 hours since the attack on Tartarus. Okay, so Tartarus happened in 6 hours after. That's where we are right now. AM 3:06. Cian prison. Boom. And it's still raining out. Holy shit. And it's being attacked by Nomu and presumably those look like other prisoners. I don't know if those are the prisoners from Tartarus who are helping them break in, or if these are people in the prison that the Nomu are breaking into. But regardless, it appears like Tartarus is not the only prison they plan on breaking people out of. They're at this Cian prison. Okay. AM 3:55, Baku prison. AM 4:30, Kuin prison. Okay, so yeah, they're hitting a bunch of prisons. Oh my god, they're letting even more people out. Obviously, Tartarus is where the biggest of the bad people are, but I can only assume these other prisons have plenty of very strong individuals. Okay, so we get some helicopters. Is that the like military fighting back? I can't. The unofficial scans are a bit dark sometimes. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. All right. Okay. No. And inside the helicopter, we have this scared-looking pilot, and in behind him is All For One, just like menacingly in the shadows. That is an awesome shot. I can't wait to see that a little clearer in official ones. The emergency aircrafts can only be operated through an employee biometric identification. And as 7 prisons were attacked by the near high ends and escaped criminals from Tartarus, prisoners from 6 of them have been freed. 7. Okay. And as 7 prisons were attacked by the near high ends and escaped criminals, prisoners from 6 of them had been freed. So only one of them, they were able to like fight them back, I guess. Interesting. Okay, at 5:04 a.m. It's still raining out, and it's just showing shots of a forest. Okay. All right, cool. Whoa. Whoa. All right. We get Shigaraki sitting on top of a Nomu like a chair. That's just how he rolls. And we have Spinner in the back with Dobby and the dude. I always forget the computer guy's name. I'm so sorry. I always forget his name. And Shigaraki, or All For One. I don't know who's in control here. With this, my arrangements have been fulfilled. What a dramatic day. Okay, this is definitely not Shigaraki talking. This is totally All For One talking. Letting those wild people loose will make my trail difficult to track. Apologies to you all, but I ask that you watch over me while I rest. Okay, so Shigaraki has not regained control. That is not good. It surprised me how well we connected over video games and stuff, says Spinner. So who are you? Because you're not the one I chose to follow, as this rain's pouring down. Not to worry. I have the utmost respect for Tomura's wishes. This is really creepy. Oh my god. Hold on, I'm gonna widen my window here. Wow. We get a really awesome shot of All For One behind Shigaraki here. Starting now, I'll have him rest his body and make him perfect. And once he's perfect, our desires will be achieved. Okay, so we're full on in the mode of All For One is using Shigaraki like a puppet right now. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, I like it in the sense that like All For One is just a diabolical. I can't talk right now. Diabolical mastermind, and he has no remorse for things like this. But it's sad to see like Shigaraki being controlled like this. 2 days later, holy shit. Okay, all right. Bakugo in a breathing mask, presumably in a hospital. Okay, I can't believe we're actually getting both. We're getting villains and hospital stuff. All right, let's get it. Okay. Ouch. Okay, he gets up and he's like grasping his... He's all covered in bandages on his arms, and I'm assuming probably his chest and stuff because he was stabbed a bunch. He says, "Ouch." Slide. Ah, you're awake. Minetta's screaming and like waving his hand and like crying. And Bakugo shouts, "Shut up! Where am I?" What a relief. He's so pissed off. That means he's his normal weird self. So in the room, there's Mineta, Hantasero, Hagakure, and Sato. Don't make that your standard for evaluating me, he shouts back. I didn't expect any like humor in this, but here we are. After this entire dramatic dark war arc, we're getting humor. This is Central Hospital, a hospital with some cutting edge and top-notch medical treatment. Okay? Hospital. But seriously, I'm so relieved when I heard you were in the most critical... Wait, okay. But seriously, I'm so relieved. When I heard that you were in the most critical state, I mean, they said you had a hole in your stomach. I'll go get a nurse. Oh my... He was in the most critical state? I mean, yeah, it makes sense. But 2 days, hey, that's not a bad recovery time to wake up, you know? This is Central... Okay, I read that one. My mind's all over the place. Sorry, I'm like really excited to read this. What about Deku and Todoroki, says Bakugo, as Mineta is crying and hugging him. I'm so happy even a delinquent like you made it, says Mineta. Bakugo says sensei, senpai, and endeavor as he pushes a crying Mineta out of his face. That's very detailed. Okay, so they look... they got sadness on their face. What happened to everyone? Okay. All right. God, I really hope no one like just passed away off camera of significance, you know? I'm going to guess if anyone did die, Gran Torino, because he's obviously old and he had that like the stomach, like he got punched through the stomach. God, no, obviously Deku wouldn't be dead, but imagine, like, holy shit, like, you wake up and he's dead? Okay. So my only prediction right now is Gran Torino, for people who passed away. We got a shot of a hallway. And, okay, right off the bat, we get Gran Torino. He's alive. Okay? Shimura, as his cape is sitting on a counter next to him. So Gran Torino is still alive. That's a bit surprising to me, not gonna lie. I kind of expected him to be dead, but... Maybe they want to give him like a farewell moment with All Might or someone. I don't know. We get this chicken-looking guy. I don't know if he's a doctor or something. I said the same thing to Gran Torino as well, but if you had waited even a moment longer, it would have been even worse. Okay. Aizawa and President Mike. Thanks to Rocklock and the others prioritizing your life, you're here. Oh my gosh, dude. Aizawa has a patch on his head and it goes over his right eye. It's possible, very possible, he lost an eye when Shigaraki clawed him on the face. I'm assuming that's what happened here. And obviously, his leg is shorter than it used to be. That's where he cut it off. Nuts. President Mike says, even Kawamura Senpai. Why? Aizawa says, don't say it, Yamada. Just tell me how the students are doing. Okay, so he knows, God, about Midnight's death. That's so freaking sad. If anyone hasn't read it, Vigilantes out there, you'll know they were very, very close. Oh my God, that's so sad. And Aizawa still with this news of his friend being lost and being in the hospital bed, still cares about his students. Okay, I'm already getting like emotional. I can't even imagine what everyone else is being like right now. Okay, so the next room. All right, so we have... Okay, that's Todoroki in a bed. He's got bandages all over his face and arms. I assume he got burned. Momo, Mina, Kirishima, and Shoji. Cool to see Kirishima and Mina together. I did not mean to say like the shipping name, but it's cool to see them together. They obviously went through a lot during that battle. Okay, so we get a shot of what I assume is Okay, so there's like a police line. That's probably the entrance to the hospital. I bet you there's a bunch of press and shit that want to get in. I can't even imagine the state. I can't even imagine the state of the world right now. There's just so much going on right here. Don't worry about it, says Kirishima. Mina is sobbing still. It's fine. We ended up seeing Todoroki-san. Oh my god. Wow. Oh shit. Kirishima and Momo. I can't really tell with Mina, but Kirishima and Momo, at the very least, their eyes, they have like baggage all around their eyes. You can tell they've been crying. What an attention to detail. Oh, that's so sad. Next shot, Momo says, it's all right, and she comforts Mina and basically wraps her arm around her. That's so freaking sad. We cut to outside. Do you have a connection to Endeavor? How is his condition at the moment? Does Endeavor understand the current devastation across Japan? And all these reporters are swamping a group of people. I don't know who that is. Someone wearing a hat, and I don't know. Everyone would like to know his relationship to Dabi. Oh gosh, like the ramifications from the war. We're just scratching the surface here. This is gonna be nuts. I really hope we don't get like a time skip because I want to see all this stuff devolve. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Everyone would like to know his relationship to Dabi. Okay, we get a shot of Endeavor. He's alive. I expected him to be alive. After everything that happened and he didn't die on the battlefield, he's gonna survive here. It's gonna be so interesting to see what happens with the ramifications of his secret and stuff. When will he hold a press conference? The people are restless. We want to know. Screw off, media. There's people like gave their lives to protect you, and they're like on life support. That bothers me. Okay. Anyway, we got a shot of Todoroki and half of each. One Todoroki, half of Endeavor. That one is the root cause. Okay. His shining light beckons the dark, and our demise. Okay, this is a flashback to the guy who was spouting all the prophecy shit, who was sitting on that orb. He was like controlling the orbs and shit. This is back during the agency arc. Todoroki is thinking back to that. Wow. His flames were more powerful than father's. I couldn't win out in firepower. Those were the flames of a strong hatred. Okay, so this is Todoroki thinking to himself. Okay. He kept watching all this time, all in order to disgrace father. He's destroying his own body and getting numerous lives caught in the middle. He's gripping with the reality that Dabi is his brother, Toya. Oh, gee. There's so much, people. This is ridiculous. Okay. Let's continue. Stay focused, Mighty. All right. He's me, he says to himself, or thinks to himself. The me from before that day, who burned this body. Wow. It can't be father. Toya has to be dealt with by me. We get this really foreboding shot of Todoroki looking down with eyes kind of wide. He's got like that 1,000-yard stare, and he's saying has to be dealt with by me. Okay, so we're already setting up future like plot lines and stuff. Okay. All right. Is he gonna go down a Sasuke path here? I mean, gosh, Shoto. Oh, it was the sister wearing the hat. Okay, that's who they were following outside. That totally makes sense. So Todoroki's sister and brother, I apologize. I don't remember their names. They have entered the doorway to his room. Pleasure to meet you, says Kirishima. Oh, Todoroki's older brother and sister. Todoroki's throat is burnt, so he's still, says Mina. Or Momo. Probably Mina, looks like. And someone else is walking behind. Oh, shit. I bet you that's the mom. That's totally the mom. I bet you she came to see Todoroki. Oh, and as we know, his mom has been in a hospital herself for mental illness reasons. So this is huge. Wow. Oh God, I'm like feeling all tingly inside because that just makes me so happy that Todoroki's mom would leave the hospital to see him and possibly endeavor. Oh my God, if we get that too. Woo! Okay, let's continue. Calm down. If you keep moving around, you'll die. They told me you were not to move around too much. Shut up, you idiots! Jerking me around like that is what's gonna kill me. What's saying it like it's supposed to? What's saying it like that's supposed to do? As Mineta and Sato are trying to hold back Bakugo. Seriously, this guy just won't stop. Okay, so Bakugo says, if that idiot dies, I'll kill him. I assume he's talking about Deku. Is it going to show Deku in this chapter? Do I even want to see? We've been talking in the Discord, by the way, link in the description for the Discord. Please join. We have great discussions. We have had extensive debates as to what's going to happen with Deku after all this. Personally, I think whatever damage happened to him is going to be devastating. Like I don't expect this to be healed by Eri for whatever reason. Is it going to show him right now though? Todoroki and the most of the others have regained consciousness, but says that then the flashback. Okay, I think we're. Midoriya is the only one who hasn't shown any signs of waking up. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. This is so incredibly sad. Okay. We have Deku in a full body cast with All Might by his side. And that's the end of the chapter. He hasn't shown any signs of waking up. Oh my gosh, dude. His entire body is in the cast. I can't even imagine how worried All Might is right now. He's essentially his dad. And, oh, excuse me, but if Todoroki's mom, who, like, never leaves the hospital, goes to see Todoroki, oh my god, Deku's mom. Oh no. Oh god, I can't even imagine how sad she's gonna be to see him like this. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. A lot of things. So first and foremost, I'm happy that we're finally getting some insight as to the aftermath of this, the status of everyone who was in the war. I can only imagine it's going to go downhill from here, though. Okay, so, oh my god, okay, a lot of theories. In the Discord, I proposed that I expect Bakugo at one point to inherit One for All. And not like the movie, where it was a cop-out and it was kind of dumb. I ranted about that many times in the past. I think that there's a possibility that this series will eventually lead to Bakugo getting the power from Deku. Because if this holds, this image we see right here, where his entire body is broken, and there's a high chance he can't use his arms anymore, because during that fight, they even had the flashback, if you break your arms like this 2 or maybe 3 more times, you'll probably lose function in your arms. And he went well beyond, pun, 2 or 3 more times. And I don't know, man. Even his legs could be ruined. We don't know. That's huge. But anyway, I'm not saying I want Bakugo to get the power. I want Deku to be the guy who has the power. But I don't see how they could reverse his injuries and have it not feel like kind of cheap, you know? But with Deku in a coma, I wonder if he's going to be talking to the Vestiges right now in the Vestige world. That could be an interesting angle moving forward. If that is part of the reason he's been in a coma. Obviously, his body is he should be dead. I mean, all things physically considered, but he's alive, obviously. So his body is essentially in a coma. I can only imagine there's stuff going on in Deku's head right now. There's so many possibilities that he could learn from the Vestiges. Maybe he could train. Just wow, dude. So one thing I find interesting, during the villain segment at the beginning, most of this chapter looks like it was actually the hero's perspective. We only got maybe a third of it, a fourth of it around there was about the villains. The villain stuff was good, though. We got some more insight. The stuff with him killing the commissioner was interesting, with the clone of Redestro. And I assume that when he gloops away here and he dies, that was the moment Dobby, not Dobby, Hawks killed twice. And then we get all these other prisons breaking out. One thing that I and many others expected, not only in my Discord, but in the comments of the YouTube video, we thought maybe we'd be seeing Stain here, because we knew he's in Tartarus. We even potentially saw an image of him last chapter. It's debatable whether that was him or not. I kind of lean toward it probably was him. But we didn't see him in this chapter. And normally I'd be upset because I'd be like, dang, we missed out on Stain. But that actually kind of gets me excited if I think about it. Like, that just means he is there. Horikoshi has that card still up his sleeve. He's waiting for the moment to bring Stain back. And that is exciting. As a huge Stain fan, I love Stain as a character. I don't love what he does, like by killing innocent people, like heroes and stuff like that. But I love his convictions and the things that make him the way he is. Like, he's not a bad guy. He's also not a good guy. He's uniquely in the gray zone by himself, and I find that so fascinating. The fact that he inspires so many people, and like, I want to see his perspective as to what's going on here, but we didn't get him. He still eludes us, which is fine, because they have a lot more important things to tackle right now. Like, on the villain side, this relationship between Shigaraki and All For One, it's going to come to a head at some point. I expect Shigaraki to fight back, and I do expect him to be the one to kill All For One. Because Deku isn't a killer. Even if it came to him fighting All For One, I don't see Deku ever... He fights to win, and he fights to save people and to win. Like, he incorporates Bakugo's thing, but neither one of them like fight to kill. Even though, like, the way All Might mentality was, All Might definitely did try to kill All For One back in his prime days. That was the intent. I don't see Deku as going that far, though. But he's still also just in high school. Dude, this next chapter, it could go anywhere, man. Based on the way they did this, though, by starting out with the villains and then going to the heroes, I think we'll go with the heroes next chapter. I think it might get little droplets of the villain stuff, but they've spent so much time this chapter establishing where the heroes are. I think we're going to elaborate from there, continue more of the hospital visits. Also, fascinating. Not only is Gran Torino still alive, but All Might, we see him with Deku and not Gran Torino. You'd think, like, this guy's on life support. He's old. He had a very, very serious injury. He's very possibly gonna die. And All Might is not by his side right now. Like, that's kind of wild. I get it. Like, I mean, okay. Clarification. He could have visited him 5 minutes before the scene we see him with Deku. He could be going back and forth for all we know. That's fair. I shouldn't assume things. But we see him with Deku. So that's just interesting. Aizawa, dude, looking like a pirate. Got the eye patch, and he's got he probably gonna have a peg leg or something. Just so much, man. This was a good chapter. I'm not going to say it was like the best chapter ever, but it was an important one. And this image at the end with Deku, that's kind of haunting, man. With All Might by his side. And going back to the title, what was it? Crumbling sound, I think. Crumbling sound. What I think that means is the crumbling of hero society. That's what it feels like. But hey, what do I know? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. As always, please leave your thoughts down below. I want to know what you think. This was wild. I'm over a half hour for this one. There's a lot of dialogue, so I apologize if it felt like I was going slow. There's a lot to read through. Again, join the Discord down below. We have great discussions in the My Hero Academia manga tab. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful, amazing day. And until next time, this has been Mighty Gazelle. I guess I already said have an amazing day. Have a mighty day then. There you go. Double dose. See you guys.